Ladies and gentlemen, the RT Boxing Show with Mr.A. Breakdown and Prediction, Volume 74, shall begin shortly. In 5, 4, 3, 2. This is the Ready Talk Boxing Show. Thank you for tuning in. I am your host, Mr.A. The Breakdown and Prediction segment, Volume 73. And it's a doozy. It is a welterweight WBO battle. Crawford's debut versus the Hornet, Jeff Horn. Now, new viewers, I am Mr.A. For you already subscribers, you know who I am. I'm the host of your show, the RT Boxing Show. So new viewers, hopefully you become old subscribers and I become the host of your show as well. Hit a thumbs up at the end if you're entertained. If not, don't hit the thumbs up. Now, this is going to be a good fight, folks. This is not going to be, I know a lot of people are probably thinking Crawford's going to, well, it's foreshadowed. Crawford's going to get the bells going, go on to the great unifications against Thurman, Porter, Spence, the great matchup. I don't feel this is going to be a softball for Crawford. I think this is going to be a very tough fight. We're going to go over the number break, the numbers on paper break, so that way we could get an ideal. So when we do the breakdown, some of the stuff we talk about on this paper, we could put it into the ring. Now, quick numbers for the people who like that stuff. Terrence, Crawford. These are two undefeated welterweights that don't back down. They're gritty. You hit them, they're gonna want to hit you back. The only reason Crawford takes a back step is because he's a multi-talented boxer. Jeff Horn, he takes a back step, it's because you hurt him. So these guys are not taking back steps. He's a back foot fighter. Jeff Horn could do it. So I'm not going to take that. But if he's taking a back foot, it's either you're really a bully in there or you hurt him. But the odds are you hurt him. That's why he's taking a back step. Now, like I said, two undefeated fighters, almost mirror images as numbers in the paper, not fighting styles, just numbers down here. The only difference is really that stands out is the ring experience and the reach, and both those categories favor Bud Crawford. Now, Crawford coming in at 32-0 with 23 knockouts. Switch hitter, left, right, whatever he needs to do to put on you, he's gonna fight you like that. Now, the ring experience is 168 to 117 for Horn. Both 30 years old, 5'9" to 5'8" in height, favoring Jeff the Hornet Horn. Now, like I said, the reach. These two numbers could mean a factor. 70 to the 68. And I really think this 2 inches is going to make the fight. Now, Jeff Horn, who's 18-0 with 12 KOs, 63 knockout ratio, it's going to be good because we're going to see what type of... We know Crawford gets hit. Now, whether he gets hit on his own or he gets hit because of his own bravado. Crawford's the type of fighter, he knows, and he probably says he's one of the best, if not the best. So when he gets a clean hit, when he gets hit clean, he wants to prove right back that it's nothing. I hit you back. So he puts himself in a position to fight. Now, he did that in basically all his fights, and then when he needs to, he separates himself from his competition and the crowd. He fights, gets his points, and then he shows how he's better than you, but he starts outboxing you. And now, Jeff Horn, he will do what he needs to do. Like I said earlier, yes, he's a back foot fighter. He could do it. He could jab himself in, but he's mainly known for that. I guess you want to say Hurricane Jerk. Not as good as the Hurricane Jerk as Pretty Boy Kelly, the brunette, not as the Booth style, but he has kind of a drunken pigeon style himself. You know, if you've seen the Pacquiao fight, you know how Jeff Horn fights, and he's gonna have to be very creative with that because a skillful boxer with an excellent jab like Crawford can just stick on the outside, and because Horn likes to do it sometimes with his hands down, and if you're doing all that movement and not throwing nothing from it, pop. Okay, move all you want, pop. Move all you want, pop. So it could be a dangerous situation of how he uses that. So I think Jeff Horn's greatest asset is that unpredictable, untimely, unrhythm movement can be used against him because Crawford is good. Crawford is good with the jab. Now, defensively, we're going to break it down into three categories: legs, defense, and offense. Now, legs, it's very good. I think they both get power from their punches, so that they both know how to get the leverage from their punches, from their legs. They both know how to use the ring to become a mobile fighter. Forward, backward, slip punches change different levels. They like I said, these fighters are very, very good. I'm gonna give the slight edge to Buck. I think he could use the ring generalship. I think he covers more around faster. He's in and out quicker. He could just do what Horn does a little faster. So check it for Crawford with legs. Defense. They both operate on controlling the gap. Like I said, Horn gives you a lot of movement. He's not a still stationary target. While Crawford controls gap, calls your shots down, tries to make you throw a shot to counter. He slip. But Crawford don't do too much head movement. He'll throw some feints, body feints, but he's a more of a just take a step back or he just counter. Like I said, Crawford is a hittable target, and they both use the ring as outside boxing as for defense. But just as for who's harder to hit in front of you, slipping punches, I'm sliding with Horn for defense on that one. I think like I said, as good as Crawford is, they're both hittable, but Crawford is the more stationary target to me, especially with his. I think he has a lack of head movement compared to Horn. Now offensively, Crawford, switch hitter, orthodox southpaw. He could throw any. Crawford could throw any punch in the book. Great at countering, check hooks, check punching on the move. Jeff Horn, he could throw all the punches, but he's maybe just not as speed variation as Crawford, not as fluent in his combinations as offense as Crawford. But I think they both could fight on the back foot. They both could fight forward. They both could fight on the move. They both could take angles. Like I said, offensively, it's a smidge to Crawford because he's faster with his leg movement than Horn is. So offense and legs are Crawford. Defense I gave to Horn. Now that being said, I believe the favorite in this fight will be Crawford because of what he did at his previous weights. And Horn has that, some people feel he didn't beat Pacquiao. And besides Pacquiao's like, okay, who did he beat? At least Crawford got Postal, Gamboa. He has, who else did he have here? Diaz. And he does it if almost as dominatingly as, the only one who beats people more dominantly is probably Lomachenko. Because Triple G was up there. But as Triple G upped his competition, the fights got closer. As we can say, as Crawford upped his competition, his performances looked almost the same. He's good. So how can the underdog Jeff Horn win this fight? He won't be able to outside box Crawford. No way, he can't. He's gonna have to do what he did to Pacquiao, land some shots, from the jab himself in, work that movement, work angles. But this is gonna be, he's gonna make Crawford into an ugly fight against the ropes. Some accidental headbutts, hit on the hips, body shots, work the jab hold, get some angles, push the head back. Now he's going to have to be a rough house. He's going to have to do what Jeff Horn does. We saw it against Pacquiao. If you watch Jeff Horn's fight, the dude is a lunch pail boxer. Put the safety helmet on. Get your steel lunch bags. Go to the construction site. Get your hammer. Get your power drill. Lay that cement down. Crack it out. That's what Jeff Horn's going to have to do against Crawford. He's going to have to hold him. I do believe Horn will be the heavier man in this fight. I think he's the natural bigger guy, and I think people are underestimating or not really thinking about that. I think he will be able. I'd be shocked. Now we know Crawford gets heavy in the off season, but I would be shocked if Crawford is able to just handle Horn, moving him around, holding him, and all that. If Crawford could handle all that, it should be an easy fight for Crawford. But I believe that's going to take a lot out of Crawford. And due to that, Crawford is going to, we'll flip it to Crawford now. How can he win? He's going to have to avoid that inside tussling, rustling, wrestling. I think Crawford is going to have to avoid a lot of that. But the thing is, Crawford is damn good in the inside, so he can mix it up. He's going to have to really keep Horn on the outside with that whole herk and jerk, switching whatever style gives him the best chance to win. Southpaw, orthodox, maybe a little bit of both, squaring up. But he's going to have to really, I think, be on the move how he was towards the later ends of the post-style fight. Once he was on the move, you see how hard it is to fight Crawford, especially with Horn doing all this movement. He's trying to get inside, and if Crawford's moving, Jeff Horn's going to be keeping his feet pity-tatting all day. He won't be set to even throw punches at Crawford. With Crawford's moving, he'll keep Horn to a one punch and done. One punch, he can't. Crawford won't be in range for the two. It'll just be a one and done for Horn. And Crawford be scoring, pity-tatting him, and just moving around. Now, Crawford will build up points and build up rounds that way, and then he might get into that Crawford zone where, let's go. You see Bud. You see him do it. Now, if his ego gets in the way, I say upset. Horn will win. I believe size is going to play a factor in this. And if it's an ugly fight, it won't be as dominant because mentally you're going into this fight thinking Crawford is just going to outbox this dude. So if you see anything other than just a simple Crawford beautiful display, like the Manny Pacquiao fight, you saw a rough, rugged, tough fight. You're like, oh, the Horn is doing it. If Crawford allows that inside grappling, it's going to be the same outcome. Like, oh, wait a minute. Is Crawford losing this fight? It's going to be the perception of that. And that perception will be, like you said, speak it into existence. You're going to visualize it into existence. So Jeff Horn needs to get it and repeat that Pacquiao performance. Make it dirty. Make it grimy. A la Sean Porter, Marcos Maidana, Antonio Margarito, Salido. Get in there and make it dirty on Crawford. And Crawford, to me, cannot let his bravado take over this fight and go out there to prove something. Now, if he goes out there and just takes it to Jeff Horn and just takes everything I say and fall up and wipe his ass with it, I'll be shocked. I would be shocked. Can I think he could bang with Horn? easily, but I don't think he can bang with him for 12 rounds. I think the natural bigger man Horn would be too much for him, you know, just realistically. But I do have, like I said, I see an easy upset. But I think Crawford is going to get coaxed into that fight. But B-Mac is a hellified, intelligent trainer, and he won't let Bud get embarrassed like that. He would coach Crawford with the right instructions and have him outbox Horn on the move and a nice 8-4, 9-3, 7-5 type fight. I'm going with Crawford with the instructions of B-Mac saying, okay, you're doing enough in the inside, but be smart, get your ass on the outside, and outbox this motherfucker like you know you can. Because if it's an inside fight, upset Horn. But B-Mac's going to have Crawford. Intelligent trainer's going to have him on the right track. Crawford by a split decision. So hopefully all you new viewers, you were entertained by this breakdown prediction show. The segment, volume number 73. You become new subscribers because this is now your show. And I'm just the host, Mr.A, of your show, the Double RT Boxing Show. Ready, talk boxing. Thank you for your time. Leave a comment down below. Who do you got?